Get the intro ready, Kira.
No. I did it last time, I think.
Well, you're doing it again.
Bruh. What episode is this?
Good question. What episode is this?
We're on 6, I believe. We did this last time too.
Are we recording already?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Welcome back to whatever we named this channel.
The anime
This
club.
time
Name
we
pending.
watched
Pending.
Yona of the Dawn. That's the introduction.
Sounds good. Yona of the Dawn was my choice. And I actually watched it with Kira. We watched it together,
You watched the whole thing together?
which is why we needed more time.
Okay.
Cause I already watched it.
Yeah.
My second time watching it. So I'm like, I can watch it with. If Kira's down, we can watch it together. And she found time out of her busy schedule to watch it with me.
That's
So, I mean, I already have my thoughts, so I don't think I should go first because I already watched it. I want to know what the first time viewers had to say about the show.
Spencer?
I enjoyed watching it. I think that the pacing was pretty good except for the end. I liked the characters. The art style was good. I really liked the music that they played. I know there's specifically one.
Which one? Which one?
It's like the music they
The
play.
Yona theme?
No, alright. I didn't like the openings. Like I watched the first opening like every single episode, and then like two of the characters were just they like were in the opening but weren't in the show yet, so I just stopped watching the opening. Which I think was a good call because fucking Xeno was only in the like the last 2 episodes. But
Disrespectful.
Didn't they spoil everyone like day one?
yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
It's not like that it was just because they were spoiled though, but it's like I'm thinking they're gonna be relevant. And they're just not there. So there is that. But what was I? Oh,
You were talking
the
about which
music.
piece of music you like.
The I remember it was playing when Yoon was on the ship with Yona, and they had her, and he was trying to figure out how to get them out of the situation safely and get the firework launched. Which, by the way, that whole episode was dumb, I think, but that music, I really liked it a lot because it reminded me of like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon music.
Why was it dumb?
The fact that she got to launch the firework was just stupid.
Oh, that
Yeah,
she ran
I
she
past all the
feel like
people
someone said
standing
that
still,
too.
watching.
And then she just holds it up to the
Like,
lantern like
she
perfectly.
ran past them, grabbed it, and ran all the way back, and they watched her.
Exactly. It was so fucking stupid.
Bro, it's because Yona has a special power called her gaze,
Is
which
that like
stuns
in-
enemies for 5 seconds.
Okay, well,
Apparently.
it's the same as the blue dragon. What's his Shinha? How do I?
Sinha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
she got like a weaker version of that.
I thought the OVAs were really good as well. They added a lot. I feel like it was better time used because it was specifically focusing on the backstory instead of trying to build more to everyone's character.
So I told Kira, but the way the manga was written was just like the anime, where Xeno literally just comes in out of nowhere, and she doesn't write about his backstory until later on. So I forget when she actually writes the backstory, but it might be that by the time she wrote his backstory, it was either just completed, the anime was already being produced, or it was later. So that's why it wasn't in the main. It didn't flow with the other episodes because it was written like that.
So the anime was going on at the same time as it was being written?
I think so.
Okay.
This anime came out a while ago.
I think it was 2014.
Right. I think the manga came out 2010. It could be even earlier. But it was written just like that.
Which
I think is obviously you'd want the backstory earlier. At least Xeno's backstory. But Xeno's backstory ties in with the whole lore.
Yeah,
So you get a 2-for-1 combo.
I feel like his should have been part of the main story, but I don't dislike how it was done. I think it makes sense, kind of. Because he just shows up and joins them, immediately. And then, you don't know anything about him. And it could have went on for, a couple more episodes, and then, while they're more bonded and know more about each other, he could have told the story of his past to them in a different way instead of it just being a dream. So I don't really think it was that big of a deal. I didn't like it when I first finished it, but after watching the OVAs, it was fine.
Wait, what about the OVAs?
I think they were well done. I don't have a problem with the way the anime ended because of the OVAs.
Got it, okay. What did you think, Kira, when it ended?
It was kind of abrupt. Well, she got all her Pokemon, so you knew it was gonna. I just thought it would happen sooner, and then they do stuff together, so you could see the group dynamic before it ended. But that didn't happen. But the OVA helped a bit with that. Not so much tying the ending together, but just adding lore, I think. I don't think it made the ending more satisfying, but
I don't think that the
definitely
ending was
helped tell the
good, but
story.
I'm okay with it because of the OVA, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. Well, that's about the ending. The overall anime, I liked it. It was great. It was lovely.
Which language did you watch it in?
So my biggest issue was with some casting choices, or that's only an issue if you listen to the dub version, which I cannot recommend this time around, unfortunately.
Let's see.
But other than that, like, well, how many issues? There's like two. There's two problem characters, and they're both main characters, so
Who's the second one?
It's not fun. What's his name? Yoon?
Yoon?
Yes, Yoon.
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 I like Yoon.
Like he's not as anywhere near as bad as Yona, but it's not good. It's not decent either. Anyway,
Well, you're talking about his voice, right?
yeah, his voice.
What's wrong with
I
his
think it would have
I-
made
I
way
can
more
fact
sense for
check
his
that.
voice to be like closer to the way it is in sub than the way they made it in dub.
Oh, speaking of that, I thought it was really funny because the person who voices Yoon is a woman, right? So did you watch it in dub or did you watch it in sub?
Who are you asking?
You.
You
Why would
know who he's asking.
Why would I ask
Did
Calvin
I
that?
watch what in dub and sub?
What do
I
you-
She watched the, she
Bro.
watched the dub.
Okay.
I started with that as the sentence, so that's why I was confused by the question.
I didn't know if you switched to watching it subbed halfway through.
No, I waited
No,
until the
she was
OVA.
forced to watch it, so.
Okay. Well, that matters because of what I was going to talk about. Because Yoon's voiced by a woman, so when he disguises as a woman, they just like switch to using her like actual
Normal voice.
voice, which was
Yeah.
so funny to me. But
Well, in the dub, it is definitely not a woman voice actor or actress. So that might be part of the problem.
Just very tragic. You need the Yoon experience.
my boy.
The unsung hero, the mom.
Maybe
did you-
one day.
I didn't ask after it, but like, were the voices fine for everyone else, Kira?
Yeah.
All the
Voices are fine for
dragons.
everyone else. Yep. Hawk was good.
It's voiced by
dragons are
Clifford
good.
Chaplin.
They were
really?
pretty varied and you know, they were fine. It was just Yona. It was really really
Calvin, just to get an
Right.
idea about Yoon's voice actor, this guy also voices Bakugo.
He voices Bakugo in the dub. Wait, you're talking about dub, right?
Yeah.
I watched a part of the dub because Kira's complaining about Yona's voice and Yoon's voice. That's why. Because I watched the scene when Yona and Hawk are taken in by Yoon, and Yoon's talking to her. So that's the only scene I watched dub. And yeah, I can see that. I remember telling you that, Kira. Like his voice is a lot deeper than like it's a lot more like deeper than it should be. Yoon's voice is like deep, but he sounds more of like a guy who just hit puberty. But in the dub, he sounds like a very deep voiced guy.
According to this, he's 15, so
Yeah, he's younger than Yona. The oldest is Jaeha.
what is he, 25?
Yeah, he's
Where
25.
did they put that up? Whose ages did they put Jaeha, Yona, and Hawk's age?
Hawk, I think he's 3 years older than Yona. So I think he's 19.
He's 18. It
they were
says.
25. Oops.
Yeah, he's 25. He's the old. Well, besides Zeno, he's the oldest
Kija
one.
is 20. And Shinha is 18.
Yeah, so let's talk about the dragons then. Was there one that you liked? more than the others?
The lore in the
Or lore
OVA
you
is
can change
definitely
the lore away?
Yellow Dragon.
Yeah. I feel like that's not really fair though, because I feel like he gets more of a story than the other ones.
I agree with that.
Because he is the story. He was one of the original. Which is why I really like Yona's. I like this part. I like the dragon's backstories a lot because you have one dragon who is waiting to fulfill the prophecy, one who doesn't, has no idea what it is. You have one that's trying to run away from it, and then you have one that was actually a part of it. So I like those four. And then when they tie together, it's so good. Yeah, you really liked Xeno's backstory, Kira.
Yeah, made me shed one single tear.
It
Damn.
was good. It was good.
Why he had to be loaded with all the trauma, I don't know.
He had a 1 in 4 chance and he got unlucky.
That is fucking tragic. Well, anything else?
What dragon did you like, Spencer?
I agree that I like the Yellow Dragon the most. I'm trying to think. There's nothing else I really wanted to talk about. It seemed like a pretty simple show. There's like a lot of fighting, right? And comparing the fights between like the soldiers and the pirates, like the pirate arc where they weren't supposed to kill them, it was like not really that different, which I thought was weird. Cause it's like at the beginning I couldn't tell if they were like, if he was like actually killing anyone, if anybody was actually dying, but apparently they were. So, but I think that's just because it's not supposed to be as violent, because that's just not the target audience.
Well, I feel like they clearly had like a blood cap, because in the OVA, damn, they went all out.
Yeah.
I was like, what is it? The first white dragon, he just stabs the guy. There's blood coming out. I was like, yeah, this is quite different from the whole show.
Yeah, like there you could tell people were like getting fucked up, but in the actual show, it just looked like they were getting cut.
Like stunt doubles.
Yeah.
It didn't help that the pirate captain was a pacifist.
Nope.
But yeah, it's pretty. This is as a preview anime as it gets, and it's a shame it didn't get any more seasons after this, and it's very doubtful that it will after almost 10 years.
Who knows, man? The Devil is a Part-Timer got a second season after, I think, 10 years or so.
Maybe. That's why everyone on this call should support and read the manga.
Are you supporting the manga?
I have. I bought a Yona chapter, a volume, yeah.
You bought a chapter?
Because I was like, wow, there's no Yona merch. So I went to that store in Flushing and I bought a chapter, a volume.
Did you get one that we watched or no?
No, this is way later. Way later. And to be honest, I chose it for the cover. It's just Yona. But if you liked the like the dragons. And if you liked like the overall backstory, you should definitely read the manga. Cause it gets really good. And if well, I don't know. Are you gonna read it, Spencer, or not? Cause I explained everything to Kira as best as I could.
If I do, it probably would not be anytime soon. I would lean towards
Isn't
no.
that what you just said? Isn't that what you said too, Kira? You guys are so alike.
Cool. Oh wait, you know what? That I didn't like the scene where Yona met Suwon and whatever fucking what was it, Awa? I did not like. I liked that she ran into him, but I did not like the way that it played out, where he just hid her underneath his robe the whole time. I thought that was dumb.
That was pretty dumb.
She hit her because remember she was gonna get executed.
Well, I know why, but that doesn't make
So
it
you gotta hide her.
satisfying.
It's not supposed to be satisfying. She
It
literally
could be
cried. She
more-
really gets traumatized.
I'm not. It's
after
not like
It
that.
I'm
could've been-
expecting her to stab him, but it could have been more engaging. I don't know.
What would you want? Please write your fan fiction right
like
now.
that. it
Literally,
could've been
Hawk
a-
could have just pulled up, and that could have been it. That would have been more interesting than her just being under the robe the whole time.
I feel the point of that scene. The point of that scene is to show that Suwon knows Yona's alive. But just because he knows Yona is alive, that's not gonna stop him from continuing his plan. If Hawk pulled up with his sword spear thing, they would have fought, and most likely one of them would have gotten killed.
Oh, that's
So it's
fine. Then they
supposed to give,
his generals didn't have to pull up. Then it could have just been Yona and Suwon then.
Then you needed the tension.
Was it a tense
You
moment?
needed the tension.
He could have made it tense by pulling his sword on her in the first place.
But he didn't want it. He wasn't there to kill her.
I know that.
There's no reason for him to kill her.
The whole thing is that he can, but he isn't going to. So he could have like waved his sword around for a little bit and then been like, "But I'm not actually gonna kill you. I got things to do." But
Damn.
I don't know.
The fan fiction would have been crazy.
I'm sure
If you
it
write
is
it out, I'll
crazy.
read it.
My ass is not
If
writing
you write
fan
it
fiction
out, I
for
will
Yona
read
of the
it.
Dawn.
What is that called? Archive of our own or something? Write that on there.
Hey,
Write that
who-
down. Write that down.
Let me know.
Shit, there probably is some good Yona fanfiction. Let me take
Yeah,
a
it's
look
called
at
the
that.
manga. Go read it.
Why would I do that when I can read all the good shit right now? And I don't have to go through chapters of lore
Define good
and
shit.
backstory. You know, drama. That's what I mean. Drama. Yep.
Kira, you're just gonna look for Yona of the Dawn hentai.
No,
Because you were mad that
it's not
you were not
hentai.
satisfied with the
Hentai
fact
is degeneracy.
The hot spring.
I would be looking for Yona of the Dawn smut. That's what I'd be looking for.
What?
I'd
Yo,
be
you
looking
heard
for
it
What
here.
were we
You
looking
heard
for
it
in the Hot
here.
Spring episode exactly?
You heard it here.
Wait,
Please.
what? What did
Please.
he say?
Kira wasn't satisfied. She
Enlighten
wanted to
me.
see actual dick.
That's not what I never said that. I literally never said that.
No, but
Or
I could tell.
insinuated.
I could
I never
tell.
said or
You were not
insinuated.
satisfied with
That's
that scene.
vulgar.
She's
Okay.
not beating the
It
allegations.
could have been some tasteful zoom in shots of some abs or something, but no, we didn't get any of
Eunice 15, Kira. Hawk is
that.
Nah,
No one
18.
wants
you
to
gotta
look at
realize,
Yoon.
Kira
Nobody
doesn't
wants-
care unless, you know, as long as the guy is naked, then it's fine.
That's what I'm saying. It
what
has
she's
to be
saying. That is what she's
equal.
saying.
That's literally the whole point. Like, I'm okay with fan
Bruh.
service if it's equal. That's it. That's been my stance the whole fucking time. I don't want to look at titties all day.
You should go watch Free. Or
The one
whatever that
anime-
swimming anime is.
Nah, I'm not that down bad.
It's equality.
What is
That's
it?
you want.
I'm choosing that next. We're watching it together again, Kira.
Fine.
It's gonna have to be for my turn then, because I've already watched it.
We can choose something you've watched. As long as you're cool with it.
It was.
As long as you're
okay.
willing to rewatch it, that's the point.
Would I rewatch that?
I guess that's the question.
Was it good enough? I don't know. It was okay, but we're
Is
not.
it's a sports anime?
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
Well, don't. I have
Yeah.
never watched a sports anime and I don't ever want to.
I have. I watched Free and I watched Run with the Wind. That was awesome. I loved that one. But I guarantee you, people who did not run cross country will not find that entertaining.
Go check it out, Kira.
No. I'm good. Alright, that concludes the
Alright.
video, right?
This concludes.
Anything
Yona done.
else? Oh, did you want me to tell you the whole what happens afterwards then, Spencer? I already told.
Should I
told
stop
you.
recording here then? Or no?
I mean, bro, the spoilers are already out.
I don't know. Do we want these to be recaps of strictly what we've watched, or?
What do you mean?
No. Okay. I'll... All right. What did you guys give this a rating of? Anyone?
Think.
I'm watching a video.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. I think the OVAs were better than that, though.
Think they were definitely more impactful than most of
Yeah.
the rest of Yona.
I would give the OVA maybe 8 or 9.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. The OVA itself would be an 8 for me. Maybe an 8.5. Yona, I'm gonna say 7.5.
We'll wait for this man to stop watching the beach. That
Is
Makes You Old.
this like a? Am I missing a reference?
You don't know the movie about the beach that makes you old?
Is it a recent one?
It's like maybe 2 years ago. But that's not important. We need the rating for Yona.
What did I give it last time? I think I gave it a 4 out of 5. I still do.
4 out of 5. All
I
right.
think the beginning part is good, but the story just gets so much better when they're all like together.
I see. How do you rate the OVA?
Oh, I'll rate them all together.
All together? Okay, so they're both 4 out of 5. Because Kira and I rated the OVA higher than the...
Yeah, because it's OVA is good. I like it. I can't hate on my other dragons like that.
Alright.
It's like probably the best OVAs I've actually seen. They were
Is that even saying
relevant
much?
and
How
not.
many have you seen?
So no, like I mean, so many OVAs are just fucking stupid and pointless, but that one was like really good. That's what I mean. Just in general, like general anime, whatever you want to call it. Most OVAs absolutely suck.
That's why I don't watch them either. I'd have to...
And that is an OVA that's well worth watching every time.
I think Black Lagoon had good OVAs as well. But that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head that I've watched. There's probably something else, but that's about it.
Did we watch any OVAs together, Kira, before this?
Yes, we watched the Bacchanal one. Oh, wait, not together, never mind. Not... Probably, but not that I can specifically remember.
Didn't you watch a Bacchanal one?
I watched...
You didn't even watch all of them.
You recommended like
I just
2 of
told you
them,
which
right?
one to watch. The last one.
Oh, it's just one? Oh, yeah, I guess. But I've watched OVA for other anime. And most of them are bad. Pointless.
Not worth Kira's time.
I don't think most of them are supposed to be like important information to the story though.
Fair.
That's why it's an OVA in the first place, but
The OVA is made so people buy manga / light novel. Which is why it's usually something really silly. But for Yona, it's definitely because they knew. I bet they knew, like, we'll just slap the Xeno bundle DLC. So like even more, so more than Saramanga is not just only being bought by like girls. And it probably worked.
Honestly, that OVA was the thing that would have pushed me into investing in the manga.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like, alternate timeline. We live in Japan, I tell you guys, yo, buy this manga, it has the backstory that you were waiting for. And you guys would be like, say less, and you buy it.
that's some
They're
real
all
shit right there.
they're all about like buying stuff.
Material girl.
Pretty funny.
I still only have the two full sets of manga that I have. Nisekoi and Kanata no Astra.
No, but you know what I mean, right? It's like,
Yeah.
let's say like Yona. If I want to read Yona, I had to buy the magazine, and then after I buy the magazine, I buy the volume, and then I watch the anime, so I buy the Blu-ray or DVD of the anime, and then I like the music, so I buy the soundtrack. and it just never ends. You do that times how many anime you like. Which is why they don't care about anything but Japanese sales. Because everyone else is just pirating this shit.
That shit's expensive, man.
Yo, it is. I'm like, bro, I'm not buying. I look at the prices, I'm not buying that.
If it was more affordable, I would go all in on that shit. But it's not. So I can't.
What was that Squid Game meme? You know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
It's like, I thought you were financially
Oh,
free. Oh, and we didn't even go into like all the other merch, like freaking folders,
I don't
freaking
need
buttons,
a folder, a calculator, a button. I don't need all that shit.
calculators.
You can keep that to yourself.
Freaking what do you call bookmarks? I got a bookmark somewhere.
Bookmarks, that sounds appropriate if we're buying manga, so. Yeah, is
Just
that
never
actually everything now?
Just never ends. Is that all we want to talk about Yona? I can talk about the backstory. This episode's already chalked. You're already gonna have to do more editing than you need to do.
I don't even need to edit it. I just need to fucking I just glue the two ends and stick them together.
Bro, you should just. We get on the call, you just hit record. It don't
Straight
matter.
up.
You just hit it straight out. And then if you're feeling generous, you add a timestamp of when we actually talk about it. Because we do it, we either actually make it like a podcast, or we make it as scuffed as possible.
I am definitely biased towards the scuffed.
And it's fine. It's not like. Still pretty sure most of our videos have no views anyway. So.
But
The one that does have the views is that movie one. Which is so funny.
the least relevant thing to this club.
I think it kind of makes sense. I think didn't it just come out?
I don't know.
Kira, when did your movie come out? The Forest Girl thing?
No.
That's not. Can you write an answer that makes sense?
Do you want me to look it up?
He said, when did it
you-
come
I
out?
thought
And you
you
said
said
no.
I said I don't know.
And all we heard was no.
No, you literally said no. Don't gaslight.
I said I don't know.
It's still recorded, right?
It's still
got that on
recorded,
tape?
yeah.
You got that on tape.
You'll have to enhance the audio. I don't know what to tell you.
Enhance the audio.
No, okay, here we go.